SMJK Convent Datuk Keramat was founded in 1947. It originated from a Catholic convent in France, and it was also an international charitable foundation. The mission of the foundation was to assist the younger generations to pursue quality education and to instill in them respectable understanding and good virtues. In 1935, as the demand for establishing a Mandarin-based school grew, the Convent Council felt that setting up an education institute should not only be confined to English-based curriculum. A Mandarin convent school should be formed. Thus, the Reverend Mother of the Convent of Malaya, Singapore, Reverend Mother Tarsicius, finally planned and formed the first Malayan Chinese convent school on January 14, 1935. This is presently our primary school known as SJKC Convent Datuk Keramat. At the dawn of Convent Datuk Keramat's odyssey, only kindergartens and primary classes were conducted. The number of students stood less than 20. However, due to the proper planning and the diligence of the sisters, students' enrollment rapidly increased to 75. To address the need for additional classrooms, the Reverend Mother purchased a bungalow located at 421 Datuk Keramat Road in 1938. This bungalow still stands proudly on the premises of the present school. By that time, students' enrollment had already exceeded 300. 1941 marked a significant year for the school. The school undertook another extension project in 1941. 2 wings that housed 14 classrooms were added to the bungalow. A few teachers' training classes were inaugurated, and the idea of a secondary school was conceived. In 1947, teachers' training classes were no longer conducted in the school premise, but a secondary school was formed in its place. Escalating enrollments triggered another wave of class shortage in 1954. To address this problem, a new double-story building was built at the back of the existing premise. The new building added 12 more classrooms for the school. To cater for students' assemblies, administration, and practical science classes, another building was again constructed. This double-story building accommodated a school hall, laboratories, and several offices. By this time, students' enrollment had exceeded 2,000, and Convent Datuk Keramat has attained the status of a well-established Chinese school in Penang. Teachers' devotion and teaching, efficient administration, and good students' discipline have contributed to the school's excellent academic records. However, shortage of science laboratories in 1980 has compelled many high-achieving students to enroll in other schools. Pure science classes were not allowed to be conducted as the school did not have enough resources. In 1984, after another capital campaign, a new building was funded to house a big hall, a library, several laboratories and classrooms, and some administrative facilities. For the past decade, the school has upgraded many of its infrastructure and amenities. Car parks were resurfaced with premix. Canteen was extended to provide a better catering needs of students. Covered walkways were built. Staff rooms and offices were renovated, and computer laboratories were upgraded. Students' co-curricular activities were also enriched with the setting up of a school band and a Chinese orchestra. School buildings were also repainted to provide a more conducive environment for learning. Library facilities were upgraded and newer collections of books were added to enhance knowledge acquisition. These improvements had qualified Convent Datuk Keramat to the status of a modern information technology-oriented school of the 21st century in line with Vision 2020. The legacy campaign for funding continues into the new millennium. Escalating students' enrollment, sunken buildings, greater space needs and resources, and the vision to produce high-caliber science students with great potentials to be eminent scientists and leaders have again increased the endowment of the school for financial aid. Thousands have contributed financially or otherwise in the Lions Food Carnival and Walkathon 2006, organized last July and during the Hungry Ghost Festival. Many, like you and me, have heard the calls of the campaigners and have responded in aid to carry on Convent Datuk Keramat's legacy of academic excellence.